You're teaching people maintain your individuality in a marriage, maintain your unique self. You came as an individual, so why do you need to lose yourself in your marriage?
Wait, what? Go on, carry on. Okay. It's just, what?
Okay.
I'm joined in studio by Dr. Casper. Thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Casper, welcome to Africa Live.
Joining me now in the studio, we have Dr. Casper. Good morning and thank you for joining us.
I'm joined by the great Dr. Casper. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm your host Faith and I have Dr. Casper.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm well. Great to be here. Looking forward to hearing about what the topic is.
Amazing.
Yes.
Welcome so much everybody. This is the coaching sessions with Dr. Casper.
Yes.
And so today we have a very exciting topic. We're going to talk about the current generation, dating, technology, and how it affects long-lasting relationships.
Wow, okay, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. We'll see how it goes.
I know, and we have such a limited time. So our viewers, send those questions. Let us know what you would like us to discuss. And I'll get straight to the point.
Okay.
How do you think technology has affected our generation with relationship from your previous generation, where you find that our generation finds relationship more difficulty, or is it easier compared to your generation?
You know, one of the realities, right now when I teach, I'm normally, even at the college level, I have a lot of Gen Zs.
Yes.
Gen Y is already done with college. And what is very interesting is, this is actually a topic we were talking about in one of my classes, right? Which is what is unique about Gen Ys and Zs. One of the things you find is their relationships are within technology.
Yes.
And encompass technology so much, they may not be as effective on face-to-face communication. And number two, the Instagram, TikTok world has you play a character.
Yes.
So what you actually get into in these relationships and these DMs are all about false characters that people are creating.
It's a persona.
You create your persona and you're dating personas, right? You're dating like avatars. And a lot of these dating and relationships and back and forths have created people who are very individualistic, right? So there's a lot of individualism built into it, so people are very okay with being alone with technology.
Yes.
They think when they have technology, they are not alone.
Self-sufficient.
Yes.
Especially talking for the women, we have a lot of we're independent.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, you know what? Actually, we're in the generation of not individuality, but also the generation of independent.
Yes.
And the challenge of being independent is, you say, I'm independent with one mind, and with another mind, you're crying for dependence.
Ouch.
Or interdependence.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. The reality is we are teaching people that, you know, maintain your individuality in a relationship or in a marriage. Maintain your unique self. You came as an individual, so why do you need to lose yourself in your marriage and all those good stuff, right? That's probably should be the topic on the video.
And actually, I had a question.
Yeah.
Funny you say that, because I had a question that I got from a read like, how do you maintain your individualism in a relationship?
There you go.
What?
Now, let's do this. I have to also put in that there are different worldviews.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a Christian worldview, and I'm going to also, let me just use that. And that's going to be a little bit different. And also, I'm using not a Western Christian worldview. I'm going to use a global center worldview. And global center, by global center, I mean sub-Saharan African worldview.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So, and I come from the eastern part of the world. In terms of, I was born next to the Indian Ocean.
Yes.
Now, in the Western side, you maintain your individuality. You maintain yourself in the relationship, okay? From faith-based global centrist worldview, that is not a relationship.
No.
That is romantic. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, the reason why is, in a global center perspective of relationship, you find your new self
Okay.
in the relationship. And so the two become one, then they discover, who am I now in this relationship? They're not fighting to be what they used to be. They are discovering who they have become, and they value that as being more important. It's about value systems.
So it's not, you don't see it as a loss, it's a gain.
So in the Western perspective, it's a loss.
Yes.
It's a loss for women.
Right.
It's a loss, all of the thing. In the global center perspective, it's a gain. So different worldviews of how they see life.
Yes.
And so mine is the global centrist, faith-based worldview. And what that means is, from an Eastern mind, I'm not losing anything. I'm actually finding my best self. And so I don't really want to be the guy I was when I was single, alone. That mindset is very dangerous. It leads to 50% plus one of divorce rates.
Why is that?
Because I'll use, for example, the idea of Casper the individual versus Casper the married person.
Okay.
When Casper got married, his individuality had to die. And I know a lot of people don't like that, because we are a westernized world.
Yeah.
All right, we have to accept it. The whole world was colonized by Europeans. That's just reality. But I died so I can be born again into my marriage. When I'm born again into my marriage, we have become an entity together with my wife.
Yes.
So she is as much me as I am her.
Okay.
So I have to discover, who am I now, this new form? Because that's what allows me to be her husband. The reason why you see all these celebrities and all these people going through all these challenges is because they're still individuals. What they are is they're like business partners.
True.
And the best thing about business partnership is that it breaks up 60% of the time. Right? So what you end up realizing is that, I'll go with a faith-based example for those who will rhyme. It's kind of like saying that, you know what, I'm born again, I'm a Christian, but you know what, Jesus, please respect who I was. I came as an individual, okay? I came as an individual into this faith.
What?
I knew I was someone before I met you, God. So guess what? I'm gonna maintain me. But that's not what.
Wait, what? I'm gonna wait. Go on, carry on.
Okay.
It's just what?
Okay, because that's basically the mirror of the Eastern-minded marriage is Christ married the church.
When you say like I'm gonna maintain me, and you're telling God that.
That's it.
Wow.
So it's a very different value,
Okay.
right? So in my faith, I come to know myself and my new self in this faith. In my marriage, I get to know who I am. And guess what? I love who I am now than what I was before. I don't even want to be that guy. I don't want to be that single guy with that single mind. He was good when he was single.
Okay.
But he is not good as a father. He's not good as a husband because he puts number one himself and his needs.
Yes.
But that doesn't work in a relationship.
Oh, no.
The world wants to redefine relationship, right? That's why I said I have to differentiate between the world's view, the Western view, and what I consider the context of a marriage
Yes.
relationship. And so I know from pulpits to streets, everybody talks about these days, the cool thing is to maintain yourself. You came as an individual. And that's not saying that you are not a person. What that's saying is you are now a person, part of a person.
Yes.
So I always say, like, my joy is not complete if my wife's joy is not complete. And I know that my wife's joy is not going to be complete. See, there are things that you learn in marriage that are not really what your mind was maybe when you were single, because now you are part of an organism.
Yeah.
Now, it used to be like that back in the day. This is why people used to have the same name. They used to have this thing because it was all about coming together. It wasn't only the individuals, by the way. In the Christian setting, it was two families.
Coming together.
Yeah. Willing to die for each other. All these things. So, as you can see, I think in an individualistic world, I'm bringing that perspective of like, this is my Christian faith-based Eastern mind.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, Christianity was born in the East, not the West.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. This
All
has
right.
been great.
Wow.
I know there's so much we can talk about on this topic, but our time is up. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Send those questions, like, comment, share, and see you on the next segment. See you soon. Thank you so much, Doc.
All right. Bye-bye.
Do you think people are fighting to make it work? Or why are they not? Is marriage not working?
Where's marriage not working?
Wow.
We are fighting every day. We have issues, we have challenges, but we have nobody. That's how a lot of relationships are. Isolated incidents waiting to happen.